When I woke up the next day, the first thing I noticed was a lack of pain in my jaw. Doctor did his job then, clearly. Yes! I just finished getting ready when the tone for an announcement rang out. You don't need to keep mentioning that there's a tone for an announcement when I can clearly hear it every time it happens. Just saying. Good morning. I know some people are still abuzz over yesterday's events, but I ask that everyone put that aside to focus on today's task. I think everyone will enjoy, if not the task, then the scenery of today's events. Are we going to Monte Carlo? Oh, it's only outside. That's right, today's tasks are all outside tasks. One of my staffs will lead you to your team's starting point. That's all. Good luck. Right, outdoors. Sounds like fun. I opened my door to see a man waiting outside. If you'll follow me, we can go to where your teammates are waiting. Okay, I guess. I followed him through the corridors and out to the mansion. A blast of cold air had me wrapping my arms around myself. It snowed last night? It would seem that way, wouldn't it? Is that him just going, please don't point out the obvious? I'm a servant, it's hard enough as it is. He led me to where Mr. Wolf and Mr. Bandages and the Count were already assembled. The man pulled an envelope from his coat pocket and handed it to me. This is your clue, breakfast should be along shortly. Having said that, he bowed and left. Breakfast in this freezing coldness? Really? Alright. It wasn't even a minute before another man was wheeling a breakfast cart toward us. Miss Archer, how are you feeling today? Hungry? Oh yeah, the jaw too. Much better, the ache in my jaw is completely gone. That's good to hear. What's the clue say? We'll get to that after we eat. The food won't stay hot for long in this weather. The sooner we get it done, the sooner we can get back inside where it's warm. Food first. Mr. Bandages, it's not my problem that you decided to dress up like that, alright? Fine. Although saying that, I should be freezing too. Once we finished eating, I opened the envelope and pulled out the clue. A gust of wind almost ripped it from my hands, but I held on. The wind is really strong. The clue. Right, it says, find one standing tall and still, find another of same face and realize that nothing is identical. Still, cool, that doesn't rhyme, sorry. Is this trees? Hard to say. There's also this map. Let me see that. He snatched it out of my hand. The Count snatched it back. With all due respect, I don't trust you with our only map. My navigational skill will probably be more helpful. I was going to say, you're the one with navigation, aren't you? Literally nothing. Navigating. My skills are still unknown. Can I see it? Of course. The Count handed it over easily. You trust him with it, but not me? Yes. Why you? How about I decide who should keep the map? I am the leader after all. I'd still disagree with that. That's a splendid idea. The Count would have been such a better leader. Yeah, you should decide. He handed the map back to me. I think I sneezed, stopping me from voicing my decision. It's freezing out here. Oh, jump into my arms and I'll warm you up. Oh, God. Fuck off. Should have worn a jacket. Don't be foolish. We can't have you sticking to someone else throughout the game just because you're cold. It'll slow us down. I was going to say, we can't just leave her to freeze. Have you not seen what Mr. Bandages is wearing? I think he's more worthy of sympathy. Yeah, I'd offer to trade costumes, but... I know, Miss Archie, you can use my cape. I'm not wearing that cape, am I? That has just been transferred behind me. There's no way that cape stays on. I mean, where's it hooked to? These clearly go up. So unless this is resting on me very precariously... Oh well. He could have removed his cape and helped me put it on. Let's just get on with this game. Is that jealousy I detect? What do I have to be jealous of? Well, for one thing, you're still freezing. I've had to put up with worse than this for location shoots. Let's just get this over with already. Alright, Miss Archer, you were going to say who should keep the map. I think the Count should keep the map because he's the navigator. It'd be mental not to. Thank you for placing your faith in me. I won't let you down. The Count looked at the map for a moment before setting off at his date pace. We had no choice but to follow him. It looks like there's something located close to here. If we follow the creek, we should get to it with no problems. Mr. Bandages looked over the Count's shoulder at the map. Are you sure that's a creek? Yes. Please don't try to take an impromptu swim in it. I don't think the doctor would be very happy if you had a relapse. He would die from pneumonia. We all followed the counts until we reached a small creek. He even froze the creek. He? You mean Eric? You didn't honestly think this was natural, did you? Even the trees are stripped of their leaves and they were fine before. So this cold and snow is all artificial. Why would he do that and then give us an outdoor task? Because he has a sense... He has a charm for the grandiose. We've known this already. Everything is so pretty covered in snow, isn't it? It looks so much cleaner, pure even. I'm not sure about that. I guess so. Let's just keep moving. Artificial cold is still cold. Amen to that. We trekked on and found ourselves faced with a white statue of Kippy. The fuck's Kippy? Kippy again? I can't remember. Oh, the puzzle. Right, again? Yeah, the sliding puzzle from the first task was of Kippy. Well, Eric does have ties to Keepering, and Kippy is cute. So, find one standing tall and still. Do you think the clue refers to this statue? It says find another, so there's probably another statue for us to find as well. Looks like there's an inscription down here. I was going to say, is there no clues around this? I mean, there probably should be. He dusted the snow that was covering the inscription before reading it out loud. The twins, they stood side by side, but no one could tell them apart. And so they thought, with lingering sadness, if others could not see what's inside, they would have to change that on the outside. Okay. On the outside? Appearance. Surely, like hair and so on? Maybe that's a reference to clothes and ornaments. The normal Kippy doesn't have those. Yeah, so they changed the clothes and ornaments on the statue so people could tell them apart? Seems like it. We need to find a second statue to be sure, though. Where is the second statue? Wait, is that? I brushed some of the snow near the inscription off and found a half-buried piece of paper. I quickly dug it out. Looks like we have another map, Count. I think it'll be safest in your hands. But of course. He looked at the map before walking off, leaving the rest of us to follow. It wasn't long before we reached the place marked by the map. Instead of a statue, however, there was a man standing there. Only one of you may proceed to the second statue. Okay, who's good at deciphering? Inscription. None. Okay. None. Okay. I'll do it then. Sweet. Save it beforehand. 7 save slots. Oh, it looks horrible, doesn't it? And the others get to go back to the mansion? Yes. Then I'll sit this one out. Well, that's a first. Miss Archer is our leader. I think you should be the one to go forward. Yeah. Okay, I'll do my best. Hang on a minute, I'm the leader. If I want, you'll go along. Bastard. That's all we're asking for. Good luck. Don't lose now, let's get out of here. I won't lose, I'm amazing. I watched the 3 of them leave before following the man to the second statue. All I need to do is find the differences between this and the other one, right? This should be a piece of cake. Goal is to find the statue. Okay. So, spot the difference. There's one thing here. Okay. What am I doing? I don't understand what I'm doing. How am I selecting this? And more to the point, where is the other statue? Am I just clicking around randomly? Am I right-clicking? No. Oh, God. Is there something I'm missing? I mean, if it's a spot the difference game, you're supposed to have 2 of them side to side, and then you click around for something. But clicking isn't doing anything. Okay, hang on. So I've just been clicking around, and this disappeared, and then came back again. I've genuinely no idea what I'm doing or how this works. It would be nice if it said, oh, by the way, you complete this puzzle by clicking somewhere. But, I mean, I'm clicking everywhere. I swear I just saw something flash. So these go black and white? What? I have no idea how this worked. This is the worst puzzle so far, just because they don't bother explaining it. Okay, so there was one there, which is now gone. I'm just clicking around randomly at this point, right? We're trying to click at all the different ornaments. This here, maybe? Hair? Hard. Now they've all gone. See, he did have something here, and he did have something here, but now they're gone. And now they're back. And that was done by clicking here. Oh my god! Who designed this thing? It's so bad! Oh! Apparently I just did it. I was randomly clicking around for ages, and then it did it. It doesn't tell you how many differences there are. It doesn't tell you how to spot the differences. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was so painful. Ever since last episode, I'm now just angry at this game. Also, I've said a lot of times that a lot of EVN reviews are just fucking pointless. In a search to know how to do that one, to which no one explained, it just explained where the differences were, so I just started randomly clicking on them until it seemed to eventually work. But someone's just like, it was a very nice game, it had its problems, but those are easily gotten over. What were the problems? And they were just like, I'm not saying. EVN reviews, they're like the worst thing in the world. They're too kind. Oh, grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh, that's the last one. Good job, your team receives 1 point. 1 point. I'm supposed to be getting 5 points. Why did I get 1? Okay, so I just visited a walkthrough, and it says for everything how many points you get from it, other than one puzzle, which is the spot the difference puzzle. Oh, I want to smash myself over the head. Please follow me to your team room. I followed the man to the team room to only see Mr. Wolf and the Count there. The other guy's probably ill. Good job. Thanks. Not bad. You're probably glad to be back in the warmth of the mansion, though. Yeah, it's really cold out there. Speaking of which, you can have your cape back, Count. I took off the cape and handed it back to the Count. You could have kept it until you were feeling warmer. I'm inside now. I'm sure it's fine. Nah, it's fine. The mansion is much warmer than outside anyway. Yeah, that's true. So is Mr. Bandages anyway. He said something about going to bed once we got back. He really doesn't like the cold. Well, that explains why he didn't make a fuss over who did the last part of the task. Yeah, I think I'll go get some sleep myself. It's perfect weather for it. I woke up much later, feeling completely energized. A glance at my clock, however, told me it was already night time. What should I do? I'm not in the mood to go back to sleep. Maybe I'll go look in the snow again. It'll probably melt by tomorrow. I thought about putting my archer costume back on, but I decided against it. Oh my god, you do the stupidest things! My onesie was much warmer. I put my mask on instead. Okay, that's suddenly alright. After my late night run-in with Eric, I decided it was better safe than sorry. It didn't take me long to get outside. Dark filter over a light day, because fuck yourself. This place is beautiful, covered in snow. Not really knowing what else to do, I began walking aimlessly. Before I even realised where I was going, it seemed that my feet led me to the first Kirby statue. What am I even doing here? My eyes were drawn to the inscription the Count had uncovered earlier. If the others could not see what's inside, they would have to change that on the outside. It's a sad tale, isn't it? I turned to see the Count standing nearby. When did he get here? Do you think it was worth it? Did they change the way they appeared for other people? Yes! Actually, it depends. If they were offended every time someone got them confused, then yes, it was worth it. If they didn't care, then no, it shouldn't matter. I think they'd be the only ones that could answer that. I hope they find someone who will look beneath and see their differences, someone who maybe even likes them for who they are. I think they may already have. For a while, the two of us just stood there staring at the melancholy statue and listening to the winds whisper by. It was that moment of silence that I noticed several glowing pinpricks even, of light in the darkness. Those few seemed to multiply around us, dancing softly in the breeze. Fireflies? How pretty! I've never seen anything like it. I reached out for one and gently cupped my hands around it. When I opened them, the lights flew out like a gentle flame. Strange, I've never seen them in my D's gardens. Do you think Eric? No, there's no one out here to show them off to. Us being here at all is a mere coincidence. As his face is still silly. As I watched as a firefly circled the camp before landing on his shoulder, he froze on the spot, looking at it with a stiff expression as if unsure what to do. A giggle escaped my lips. You're going to have to breathe sometime soon, you know, a little movement won't hurt it. He let out a slow breath, visibly relaxing. Easy for you to say, you're as tiny and delicate as they were, you won't have to worry about their fragility as much. Hey! Stop putting others down to make yourself better, you prick.